One of the things that the U.S. needs to do is to develop a defensive strategy around rare earths, one that protects us against kind of price shocks and supply shocks, and at the same time one that puts our own actual market advantages to use. And obviously one thing that we can do is something with recycling so that we sort of buffer the supply. If we can keep the supply that we have in the U.S. in circulation and moving around. One of the things Francis was talking about urban mines. Another thing to do is to say that any company selling a product with a rare earth in it has title to those rare earths and thus needs to figure out how that comes back to them. In a sense, they're leasing the product, which is what your cell phone really is. Your cell phone is leased to you as a service contract. They're leasing that product to the consumer, can bring it back. The story that you told about GE's becoming very deeply involved in the recycling of rhenium is really interesting, because what you'd want to do is design sort of a government strategy that would encourage businesses to do that, but you might need to work with sort of government industry partnerships to move towards that. But one of the reasons that you would want to do this, that you would want to make the title go to the actual seller of the product, is that you'd be slowly removing these things from the commodity supply and turning them into more of a capital investment by companies.